Oh, good, you're awake. Don't struggle too much. I know what this must look like. But I promise that I'm not going to kill you. Are your ropes too tight? I can loosen them a little. Sadly, the gag has to stay in. You see, I can't have you interrupting me while I create my masterpiece or while I tell you how it came to be. Do you recognize me? No? Well, maybe you aren't an art lover. My name is Roland the Priest, and I'm a world-renowned artist. My work has been seen in galleries, museums, and it was once the showcase of any place that housed them. The critics said my eye for color and my ability to capture the human condition in a simple brushstroke were astonishing and even peerless. I had the ear of the world, and whatever I painted turned to gold. It was to be expected, of course. Are you sure your bonds aren't too tight? I can loosen them a little. Well, if you're sure, I'd offer you something to drink, but all I have is wine, and I dare say it might react badly to the sedative I gave you earlier. Oh, now don't act so upset. I told you I'm not going to hurt you. Now, where was I? Ah yes, my rise to fame. My genius was to be expected after all. From a young age, I showed sublime talent with the brush. I had an eye for detail and a noticeable presence on the canvas. I was soon invited to study at some of the greatest schools in the world, where my talent was honed and molded by some of the greatest artistic minds of our time. I debuted my first serious piece when I was 13 years old. By the time I was 14, I had my first gallery showing, and for my 18th birthday, I was honored to have one of my paintings hung in the Metropolitan Museum of Arts, along the greatest works of our time. It didn't stop there, though. My work is hung in Louvre in France, the Acropolis Museum in Greece, and even the Prado in Madrid. Every serious critic said how they wished they could see into my mind, so they might glimpse my genius firsthand. And for several years I was the toast of the art world. Sadly, though, that only made my fall more spectacular. What? What's wrong? Why do you look so scared? Oh, but of course, I guess it's a little disconcerting to me see a man who's kidnapped you holding a 35-7 Magnum. Don't weep so. Tonight, the gun is my brush, and the walls of this basement are my canvas. Oh, for the love of God, stop struggling. Tonight you're going to be a part of history. And you're shaking and flailing like I'm a wild animal. Now you've made me lose my train of thought. Where was I? Ah yes, my fall from grace. It wasn't a lapse in talent, you understand. My genius never wavered. But these Philistines grew bored with my work. The critics, men who once praised me as a genius, saw my art as overdone and reminiscent of my earlier work. They wrote articles how I had peaked at 20, about how I should be proud of my accomplishments, how I should cease to embarrass myself by continuing this sad campaign. They again wrote about how they would love to see within the mind of the artist, so they could see how it had all gone wrong. I tried modern art, living art, interpretive art, but it all amounted to the same thing. The loving eyes of the public had turned from me, and now it has come to this. Why do you continue to struggle and weep? I've already told you I'm not going to hurt you. No, 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 no. Your job is to tell the world about my latest work. You are the herald of my genius, and you must tell the art world what I cannot. Listen to the sound the cylinder makes when I spin it. Spin it, spin it, spin it. Such a smooth sound, isn't it? You see, my friend, I've decided to give the art community just what it always wanted. If they wanted to see what's inside of the mind of an artist so badly, they're going to love my last piece. I can hear the sirens outside now. I called the police 10 minutes ago and told them where to find us. It will take them another few minutes to break the door down and make their way to the basement, but it will be too late by then. I am going to remove your gag now so you can help them discover my latest piece of art. And remember, Ish cold, the mind of an artist. I hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe, it helps the channel a lot. See you next time.